Hello. Do you guys want to learn stuff that you can actually use in the hair salon? My first few videos will be a bit informal as far as quality of the video. Cameras, the big cameras, we'll bring those out later. Start off small. Don't be too formal with the first few videos that I post on this website. Reason being is, number one, I'm very busy. Today is Memorial Day and I've got a client in a couple of hours. So, I don't have time to bring out the big cameras for this. I certainly don't have a shortage of models, but today, with your lesson, we'll be doing it on whiteboard. California trim, we cut this much off of the layer and the line. We do it with precision, health, bounce, and movement. There's only going to be about that much hair coming out of your fingers. And we're going to point cut it and just take those little dead ends right off. And that's that. College girls and housewives love this haircut. I really don't feel like dragging that big ass whiteboard over here, so we're going to use a piece of paper instead. So sometimes I do this haircut wet, sometimes I do it dry, depending on the finish. You bring it out 90 degrees and you just trim top layer, and then you bring it down that way and extend it out at another 90 degrees and you trim the underneath. And it's nothing too formal really, you just trim that much off of the entire head. And then she can curl it, she can, round brush it, and you can teach her how to finish it the right way. When we're trimming her line, you can use your thumb, like classical training that they teach you and most people stick to. But when you cut her line, you're not going to cut a line. You can if you want and just cut off that much. But what I do is, I'll take the hair, I go in and just take it right out. It's the fastest way. What I'm doing is, instead of using my thumb, that's going to press up against her back or up against, so it's going to throw off the trim. So I use this finger here, and it gives me more control over the line. So yeah, with the line you're going to bring it down and just, take it right out. Just those little dead ends all the way around. You'll have her turn her head this way and do her line here, here, and in the back. It should be fast. It shouldn't take you all day. None of sections, 5 hours to cut a line. The line should be taken out fast and move on to the layer. Now, we're not going to trim this much. We're not going to trim this much. We're not going to trim that much. We're going to trim this much, right in here. So if she feels like her hair is getting too long, then we move over here and just trim that much. And then it will start to grow again. If she's growing it out, we only trim this much over and over again. When she comes in after her color or highlight, we're just going to take off that much and she'll be so happy. Do feel free in the crown to point cut maybe a little bit deeper, just to spruce up the body and get some body in there for her. I believe that the California trim really captures what 90% of the market want. The female market, which is long, sexy hair. Not just long, sexy hair, but longer than long, sexy hair. If you don't want your blonde to look like beep, and you want to cut a little bit, come on down and have a sit in my mother chair.